Oh, here's my new backpack, guys. Got a new backpack here, Low Pro, because my old backpack kind of busted. The zippers were kind of breaking, so I had to get a new backpack here. And it's actually better because it's bigger, can hold more stuff. So shout out to Low Pro for not sponsoring this video, but yeah, kind of needed one. So drone, other lens, battery, GoPro. And then on the side we got more space here. Drone batteries here. There's more pockets on the back here. There's also a back pocket here. Back pocket here to put more stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, guys, it is November 5th, so we just we changed clocks today, so the clocks went back, fall back, spring forward, so I don't even know what time it is, but it's warm out, so I figured I'd do like a quick vlog and just try to give you an update on like what's going on with the channel, because I haven't done a video for a little bit. Anyway, guys, since it is November, I've started working on a YouTube Rewind. It's that time already, which is totally insane. So I've started it, and I'm just trying to think of a theme to kind of like wrap all the content around, otherwise it's just clips put together, which make no sense. And yeah, I don't know, I got about what, 6-7 weeks to do this, and you think it's a lot of time, but it's actually not. I mean, it's always fun looking at your old stuff, you know. I always kind of get a kick out of it. I mean, some people are kind of squeamish, you know, you're supposed to be squeamish about looking at old videos or old contents, whatever, but I actually kind of like it because it just, I don't know, it brings me back to that time, it brings me back to that moment of what I was trying to do, and it just shows you how far you've come. If you've been following this channel, you know that when I met Cody Warner like 10,000 years ago at the Toronto meetup, he said being bored's good for you, and I didn't really know at that time what he meant, but I did make a video early this year about, now I know what he meant. I'll link that video above, but being bored really helps that process with just creating things, because you need that space to like develop ideas, to let your mind rest, because we're so constantly bombarded with like all kinds of stuff these days. And I was listening to a podcast by Chase Jarvis.
In today's hyper-connected, always on world, can you think of the last time you were actually bored? What if I told you that boredom, that very state that we seek to avoid through all these distractions around us, what if that boredom could actually be a wicked tool in your toolbox to inspire, motivate, and launch your best ideas?
And trying to do big projects like YouTube Rewind, it kind of gets hard sometimes to like kind of move forward with like the project, and sometimes you just gotta like put the computer down and go outside and get some fresh air and try to give yourself space so your mind is fresh when it comes to like getting back to the project. Look how nice it is out today. It is so nice out. Speaking of Cody Warner, I was watching a video from him the other day, and he was going on about like how we tend to undervalue or underappreciate or underestimate our skills. And he kind of went on about, you know, don't undervalue your skills, because whatever comes easy to you is really valuable to someone else. And I think that's super important.
The second thing is to truly kind of sit down, reflect on the stuff that you've made, the stuff that you do, and look at like, what are you really good at? What comes naturally to you? And what can you do in kind of flow state that you've potentially been devaluing, or at least doing, that really you should take another look at and realize that that thing, even though it comes easy to you, is extremely valuable for somebody else.
You get that imposter syndrome and you just don't feel that, you know, you're good enough. But I think that's when you really need to dig in and say, well, the skills that I have brought me to this point. So, you know, whatever I know is super valuable to someone else. Also, I think that people that aren't in your space, they don't really understand what you're doing and what you're trying to do or where you're trying to get to. They just don't get it. And I think that's also like a big kind of pitfall where you surround yourself with people that don't understand what you're trying to do. It's easy to like doubt yourself because you're not getting that support from your peers. So again, like surround yourself with people that are in your space, and I think that's going to help a great deal with regards to just kind of believing in what you're doing. Which brings me to another point. I was watching the podcast Diary of a CEO. He had the Airbnb CEO on. He made the tangent of, if you don't know what your passion is, follow your curiosity.
Some people say follow your passion, and I always say, but what if you know what your passion is? I think the better thing is to follow your curiosity, but your curiosity is something you must actively participate in. You must actively put yourself out there in situations to discover what you love and who you love.
And be open-minded.
And be open-minded, knowing that you might not predict what you want. and that you might not have a type, because to have a type is to be so prescriptive that you think you know exactly what you want. Well, if you knew exactly what you want, you'd probably already have it.
And I've said this a million times, is like, you know, passion is a very strong word, and if you don't know exactly what that is, it can get pretty intimidating. But he went on to say about following your curiosity, you have to be active in it. You just can't be passive. You have to put yourself out there and put yourself in situations and not be passive. So I think it's super important to do that. Kind of like what I did with the Oakville Spotlights, is you put yourself in situations where you need to perform, because it's so easy to plan. But if you can perform, I think the learning experience goes a long way versus just planning and all that. Because until you actually dive into like whatever it is you're trying to do, you don't really know what's really involved. You know what I mean? Like you have to be there, present in the moment. So that's my take. It's so warm out. People playing tennis outside. It's that warm out today. Look at that. Tennis, anyone? But no more lawn bowling. You can play tennis, but no more lawn bowling, guys. Lawn bowling is done for the year. Anyway guys, I'm going to call this video, I think I just kind of want to make a quick video, kind of mess around a little bit, and maybe kind of give you guys a little bit of advice, inspiration. I did make a video this last year about why it's important to document yourself, just for the sole reason of looking back at what you've done during the year, because I think we often forget what we do because life is so hectic and busy and noisy, where if you can document your life, you can always look back and it kind of brings you back to that moment. So I think it's super cool. I think it's super cool just because it's for you and for no one else, and if other people like it, that's cool too. But I do encourage you to document yourself. It doesn't have to be in vlog form, it could be in any form. But as long as it's there for you to look at, I think it's a really cool feeling. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you took away something from this, and stay tuned for YouTube Rewind, which is coming soon, I hope. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.